Hello friends, myself Subhash Nagarse from Sri Digambar Jain Gurukul High School, Solapur. I shall welcome to all of you in this session of 9th Standard Mathematics Part 2. The topic is Quadrilaterals Part 5. In this session, we are going to discuss the properties of the rectangle, rhombus and square. Friends, in the previous session of this Quadrilaterals Part 4, we have been discussed with the following important subtopics, and those are conditions for parallelograms, problems based on conditions for parallelogram, that is problems from the practice at 5.2. Today in this session we are going to discuss with the properties of rectangle, rhombus and square. Friends, let us see the properties of this one. First of all, we see the definition. A rectangle is a 2D shape in geometry having 4 sides and 4 corners. Its 2 sides meet at right angles. Thus a rectangle has 4 angles, each measuring 90 degrees. The opposite sides of a rectangle have the same length and are parallel. In the adjoining figure, ABCD is a rectangle wherein the congruent parts are shown with identical marks. Square. A square is a 2D shape in geometry having flat shape with 4 straight sides, where all sides have equal length and every interior angle is a right angle, that is 90 degree. In the adjoining figure, you could see the quadrilateral PQRS is a square wherein all sides are shown with identically marked, means congruent, and each angle is 90. Rhombus is a special type of parallelogram whose all sides are equal. The difference between a square and rhombus is that all angles of a square are right angles, but the angles of a rhombus need not be as straight angles. So, a rhombus with right angles become a square. In the adjoining figure, you could see a rhombus ABCD shown with all sides congruent. Friends, rectangle, rhombus and square are also parallelograms. So, the properties that opposite sides are equal, opposite sides angles are equal and diagonals bisect each other hold good in these types of quadrilaterals also. But there are some more properties of these quadrilaterals. Let us discuss the proofs of these properties. So, this is the first theorem that based on the rectangle. We have to prove that the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. In the adjoining figure, you could see the quadrilateral ABCD, wherein the diagonals AC and BD are shown with blue color. So, we will start. Given thing, quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. What we have to prove is that the diagonal AC is congruent with the diagonal BD. Let us start with the proof. Quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. It is given. Angle A is congruent with angle B is equal to angle C is equal to D is equal to 90 degrees. Means each angle are right angle, since these are the angles of a rectangle. Also, AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to CD. These are the opposite sides of rectangle which are equal in measure. In triangle ADC and triangle BCD, we will extract these two triangles from the above rectangle. These are the two triangles shaded with blue and yellow, green color. These two triangles we should have to show congruent, and we have to follow the 3 steps, and those are: segment AD is congruent with segment BC from the statement number 2. Angle ADC is congruent with angle BCD from the statement 1. A segment DC is congruent with segment CD, that is the common side. Therefore, we can say that triangle ADC is congruent with triangle BCD by SAS test of congruency. So friends, we can say segment AC is congruent with segment BD, corresponding side of congruent triangle. So this we can write, that is the diagonal AC is congruent with the diagonal BD. I think you understood this one. So let us start with the next theorem, that is based on the square. So second theorem is diagonals of a square are congruent. In the adjoining figure, you could see the PQRS is a square whose diagonals are shown with blue color. Friends, let us start with its proof. Given thing, quadrilateral PQRS is a square, and what is given that has been wrote. Now to prove diagonal PR is congruent with diagonal QS. So let us start with the proof. Quadrilateral PQRS is square, it is given. Therefore, we can write angle P is equal to angle QV is equal to angle RS is equal to angle S is equal to 90. That is the angles of a square. So friends, also we can write PQ is equal to QR is equal to RS is equal to PS. Second statement, all sides of a square are congruent. So in triangle PSR and triangle QRS, let us extract these two triangles from the square. We will extract, and the extracted triangles are these two. These two triangles we have to show congruent. Let us start. Segment PS, this one is congruent with segment QR. Also segment angle PSR, that is angle S 90, and angle QRS R is 90. These two angles are also congruent from 1, and this segment SR is congruent with this segment RS common side. Therefore, we can say that triangle this PSR and triangle QRS are congruent by SAS test. If we take the corresponding sides, we will get PR is congruent with QS. Therefore, we can write that diagonal PR is congruent with diagonal QS. This is the second one. Now let us see third one. Third theorem is based on the rhombus. Diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of each other. That you have to prove. So this is the figure wherein you could find that EFGH is a rhombus where the diagonals are shown with blue color and all sides are congruent with identical marks. So what is given now? Quadrilateral EFGH is a rhombus. So you have to prove that diagonal EZ is the perpendicular bisector of diagonal HF, and diagonal HF is the perpendicular bisector of diagonal EZ. That we have to prove. Friends, let us start that what is given. Quadrilateral EFGH is a rhombus. It is given. So we can write that EAP is equal to FG is equal to GH is equal to HE. Statement 1, that is the sides of a rhombus. That is segment EF is equal to segment EH now. Segment EF is equal to segment EH. Second one. So third, also we can write segment ZF is equal to segment ZH. Third statement. Every point is equidistant from the end points of the segment is on the perpendicular bisector of the segment. Once the theorem is there, this is the perpendicular bisector. It will become, because this point E is equidistant from F and H. So this is generalized statement. Every point which is equidistant from the end points of the segment is on the perpendicular bisector of the segment. This is the segment. E is equidistant from F and H. We will get here that point E is the, and point Z, E as well as Z are the perpendicular bisectors of this HF. One and only one point, one line passes through the two distinct points. These 2 points, only one line will pass. Therefore, we can get that line EZ is the perpendicular bisector of FH. QH. Also, diagonal EZ is the perpendicular bisector of diagonal HF. Similarly, we can prove that the diagonal HF is also the perpendicular bisector of EZ. So friends, I think you understood these 3 problems, very important. So what we have been discussed today is diagonals of a rectangle are congruent, diagonals of a square are congruent, diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of each other. In this session, these all points we have been covered, these theorems we have been discussed. So will you try this? Prove that diagonals of a square are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Prove that diagonals of a rhombus bisect its opposite angles. Third one, prove that diagonals of a square bisect its opposite angles. Friends, you should not forget the famous words of Shakuntala Devi. Without mathematics, there is nothing you can do. Everything around you is mathematics and everything around you is numbers. So friends, if you like this video, please subscribe and share with your friends, and don't forget to press the bell icon. With these words, I would like to say thank you.